first grade. Today we're going to read The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. The reason I chose this book, even though it's not nonfiction like the rest of our books have been, remember nonfiction means real, this book is fiction, which means it's not real. The reason I chose this book, which is different from all the other books, is because when we learned about the pupa stage of the life cycle, which is when our butterfly is a caterpillar, we learned that they eat lots and lots and lots. And so this book shows us a really fun way of remembering that caterpillars or pupa eat a lot of food. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. Oh, so this is our first stage of the butterfly life cycle. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. That was a very hungry caterpillar. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night, he had a stomach ache. Now remember, these are things that pupa or caterpillars don't eat. So this is make-believe because caterpillars won't eat this stuff. They sometimes will eat like rotted fruit, like we have on this side, but they don't eat things like lollipops and pies and salami. They tend to eat leaves and flowers. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that he felt much better. So this is more like something that a caterpillar would actually eat. Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and... So cocoon is a synonym, which means it's a word that means the same thing as a chrysalis. But we use the word chrysalis because it's a more scientific term. So right now, our pupa, our caterpillar, is moving into our larva, our caterpillar, is moving into the pupa stage, which is when they make the chrysalis, and they form into a beautiful butterfly. The end. So this story is really nice because even though it's make-believe and our very hungry caterpillar eats lots of things that very hungry caterpillars don't normally eat, it still walks us through our life cycle of egg to larva to pupa to adult. So our very hungry caterpillar was an egg that came out of the egg and was a larva, which is the caterpillar. And then it became a pupa, which is when it went into its chrysalis. And then it became the butterfly at the end, an adult. Okay, awesome. Let's get to work. Hi, first grade. Today we're going to be working on a page in our butterfly packet, so I want you to turn as many pages as I do. Ready? So we start at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're going to keep going, but this is where we start. So 15, 16, 17. So you should be on this page right here that looks like this. It says true or false. So we're going to look at some task cards together, and we're going to decide if it gives us a true statement or a false statement. Now, if you remember, true means that it is correct, means that it is right. False means it's wrong or it's not correct. So we're going to be looking through some task cards, and we're going to have to figure out which ones are true and which ones are false. So if you're going to do this on your own without any help from me, that's fine. You can use the task cards that are before this in the packet. These are the same task cards that I'm using now, but we're going to look at it together, okay? So number 1 says, butterflies lay their eggs in caves. Is that true or false? It's false. Butterflies don't lay their eggs in caves. Butterflies lay their eggs in or on plants. So for number 1, you're going to write false. So go ahead, pause it if you need to, and write down false for number 1. Okay. And we are going to also take our card and we're going to put it under the false section. So for this one, I helped you and I said, okay, let's write false. For the rest of them, you've got to write the word in the right box, okay? So I'll help you with another one, but let's see. So we're going to have 2 sections. We're going to have a false section and we're going to have a true section. So we learned that number 1, and we can see number 1 right here in the corner, is false. So that's why we wrote false. Let's look at the next one. Number 2, true or false? Adult butterflies live about 2 weeks. This one's also false. Adult butterflies can live for a very long time, especially when they migrate like monarch butterflies. So in box number 2, just like in box number 1, we're going to write false. Number 3, plants need butterflies and other insects to help them grow. What do you think? Do you think this is true or false? It's true. If you remember, one of our lessons was about pollination, and we learned that butterflies help pollinate plants, and that helps plants grow. Number 4, caterpillars shed their skin. True or false? You're right, it's true. Because remember, caterpillars get so big that they've got to shed their skin and grow a new one. A butterfly life cycle has 2 stages. True or false? It's false. A butterfly life cycle has 4 stages. Remember, we go egg, larva, pupa, adult. So it's got more than 2 stages. Number 6, caterpillars do not eat much. True or false? This is false. Remember, we read the story of Very Hungry Caterpillar. But caterpillars eat lots and lots of food. Not just a little bit. They've got to eat lots so they can grow into butterflies. Number 7, our eyes are just like a butterfly's eyes. Is that true or false? You're right, it's false. Butterflies have compound eyes, which means that they have thousands of lenses on their eyes. our eyes only have one lens, but our eyes are able to focus on things when butterflies' eyes are not. Number 8. The pupa stage is the last stage of the butterfly life cycle. True or false? This one's false too. Remember, our stages go egg, larva, pupa, that's our third stage, and our last stage is adult. Butterflies are different than moths. True or false? This is true. Remember, a few days ago, we did a whole activity of learning about the differences between butterflies and moths. They have some things in common, but not all things. Number 10. Butterflies are nocturnal. True or false? This is false. Remember, butterflies are diurnal, which means they're awake during the daytime. Moths are nocturnal, so that's not right. Number 11. True or false? Metamorphosis happens inside the chrysalis. True? False? This one's true because in the chrysalis, that caterpillar becomes a beautiful butterfly, and so that's where they get to do their big changes. Number 12. Butterflies use their proboscis to sip nectar from flowers. True or false? You're right, this one's true. Remember, their proboscis is used specifically like a straw so that they can get nectar out of flowers. Number 13. Eye spots help to protect the butterfly from predators. True or false? This is true. Eye spots make predators think that the butterfly is a bigger animal, and so they don't want to eat it. It's part of their patterns on their wings to help protect them from predators like birds. Number 14. Caterpillars hang in an S shape before they form a chrysalis. True or false? This is true. They hang in an S shape, kind of like this, so that they can form a really good chrysalis. Number 15. Some butterflies are poisonous to predators that eat them. True or false? That's true. One specific butterfly I have in mind that we're going to read a story about next time is the monarch butterfly. Monarch butterflies eat milkweed as caterpillars and grow up to be poisonous. And so predators will get sick if they eat them. Last one, 16. Caterpillars get water from the leaves they eat. True or false? That's right, this one's true. Caterpillars don't really drink water. They get lots of their water from the leaves and the plants that they eat instead. Alrighty, so during this time, you should have been working really, really hard to fill in all of these blanks. So if you need to go back and do this again, that's okay, but every single box needs to be filled out with either true or false. Go ahead and pause the video here if you need to go back. What I want you to do after you're done with that page is go to the next page, so you're just going to flip it, and it says problem solution. And on the back are our problems and our solutions. And so it says to cut out the problems and solution cards and match them. What I want you to do is grab a blank piece of paper, and I want you to cut them out and glue them onto that. The way this was printed makes it kind of difficult, so I want you to grab a piece of paper that's blank, like this. At the top of the paper, I want you to write problem solution. So I'll show you. We're going to write problem solution. And then I want you to cut out these cards, and I want you to glue them in the right spot, okay? So remember, a problem is something that's wrong or that causes something danger. A solution is how the problem is solved. So for example, if my problem was that I was hungry, my solution would be to eat a sandwich. So that's what I want you to do today, okay guys? Good luck. I'll see you next time.